Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to crack the code on academic research. I know it can feel like this huge, overwhelming challenge, but guess what? You've got a secret weapon, and it's the Emeris library. We're going to turn that assignment you're dreading into your next big success story. So, let's get started.
Does this feel a little too real? The blinking cursor on that blank page, a massive assignment is looming, and you've got that feeling of, where on earth do I even begin? Yeah, we've all been there. The internet is a sea of information, and it can feel totally overwhelming.
Well, here's your starting point. You've got to think of the Emeris Library as more than just a building. It's your 24/7 research partner, always on, ready to go. It is your direct line to trusted, high-quality academic sources, anytime, anywhere you need them. Okay, so here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to unlock the library's digital treasures. Then, we'll master the art of the search. After that, we'll learn how to actually evaluate what we find. And finally, we'll cover how to cite everything with integrity. 4 simple steps, and you're going to feel like a research pro.
All right, let's dive right into Section 1, Unlocking the Digital Stacks. I want you to think of this as getting the keys to a treasure chest, and it is absolutely packed with incredible online resources.
So, this is where the real power of the library comes into play. Forget just scrolling through endless, unreliable websites. Through the library, you get direct access to trusted academic databases. These are carefully curated collections of high-quality information. This is the difference between just searching and researching. And this right here is where it all begins. Now, it might look like a simple search bar, kind of like any other one you've seen, but trust me, it's incredibly powerful. It's your personal portal to millions of scholarly articles, books, and journals. But to really unlock its power, you need to know how to use it effectively. Which, you guessed it, brings us to Section 2, Mastering Your Search. Because look, finding information is one thing, right? But finding the right information quickly and efficiently, that, my friends, is a research superpower.
Okay, the first tool we need to get a handle on is the search string. This isn't just about typing a question into Google. No, this is about strategically combining keywords and special commands to give the database super precise instructions on what you want it to find.
So how do you actually build a great search string? Well, it all starts with choosing the right keywords. As you can see, you want to think about synonyms, maybe some broader or narrower terms. And here is a fantastic pro tip for you. When you find one really good article, scan its abstract. It is a gold mine for the exact terminology that experts in that field are using.
Now for the real magic, Boolean operators. Don't let the technical names scare you, okay? They're just simple words, and, or, and not, that act as powerful commands. Think of them as the grammar of your search, telling the database exactly how to connect your keywords.
And this chart breaks it down perfectly. You use "and" to narrow your search. It connects 2 different ideas, like social media and mental health. You use "or" to broaden it with synonyms, like children or youth. And you use "not" to exclude things you don't want, like if you're searching for women but not girls. Just like that, you are in complete control of your search results. Okay, but being in control of your results means you're going to find a lot of sources. And that brings us right to Section 3, Evaluating those sources. In this age of just constant information overload, this skill is absolutely critical. You really have to think like a detective to figure out what's reliable. And this 6-point check right here, this is your detective's toolkit. We're going to run through each one. Authority, accuracy, relevance, currency, bias, and even style. Let's break them down. First up, authority. You just need to ask, who wrote this? Are they an expert? Check out their credentials, their background, their experience. A really solid, credible source will also cite their sources, which lets you follow their research trail right to the beginning. Next up, accuracy. Can you actually trust this information? Try to verify the key facts in another reputable source. Look for signs of quality control. Scholarly articles are usually peer-reviewed by other experts. And hey, don't ignore the small stuff. Even a bunch of spelling errors can be a red flag. Next, you've got to consider relevance and currency. Basically, is this source a good fit for your project? Does it actually answer your specific research question? And hey, when was it published? For a fast-moving field like tech, a 5-year-old article might as well be ancient history. You have to make that call. And then, of course, there's bias. You have to get inside the author's head and figure out their purpose. Are they trying to educate you, persuade you, maybe even sell you something? Knowing the motive behind a source is absolutely key to judging its reliability.
This brings us to our final, and you could argue, most important section, citing with integrity. Because using all these great sources you found comes with a huge responsibility. You've got to give credit where credit is due. You see, all academic work is built on these core principles: honesty, trust, fairness, respect, and responsibility. And citing your sources properly, that is how you put these principles into action. It's how you show respect for other researchers and take responsibility for your own work.
And the great news is, you don't have to memorize all the tiny little rules. The Emeris library has you covered, with detailed guides for all the major styles, like Harvard and APA. And check this out, they even have guidelines on the ethical use of generative AI, which keeps you on the cutting edge of academic integrity.
So, there you have it. We've gone from that scary blank page to mastering search tools, evaluating sources like a pro, and citing everything with integrity. You now have the map and the compass. Your next great discovery is just waiting for you. So what do you say? Ready to start your search?